Good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, April 17th. Welcome to the Madison Public Works Board of Public Works and Safety. We are live streaming the meeting on the City of Madison YouTube channel, and it's also being archived. So, Clerk, may we have a roll call? We'll start there.
Absolutely. Mayor Courtney,
Here.
Carlo,
Here.
Eaglin.
Okay. Board, have you had an opportunity to review the minutes from April the 3rd? If so, I'll entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
Make a motion to approve the minutes as read.
I'll second that motion.
Any discussion? Comments or questions? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you. All right, moving on. I don't see any claims or adjustments. New business. Brian?
Claims.
Oh, sorry. Claims. Let's do claims first. It's on the agenda. I keep forgetting those. Go ahead, Dave. Sorry.
Mayor,
about
I
that.
had an opportunity to
right here.
review the claims. I'll make a motion that the claims be approved as submitted.
Second David.
Any discussion, comments, or questions? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thanks. Thank you. Now we're moving on with Brian Jackson with the SRF distribution requests.
Yes, sir. There's four of them. And you've got a brief outline, I believe, on your paper. We won't need to go through every page of each one, but I'll go through the overview. We have SRF requests 16 through 19. Number 16 is for Dave O'Mara Contracting. It's for the water treatment plant work. The total amount of invoices are $185,788. The retainage amount would be $9,289, and the amount we will pay to him for request 16 is $176,499.
Is this work 100% complete?
No. This is just early on. He actually O'Mara, he's doing the stuff at the plants. He's waiting on a lot of stuff. He's got some storage material on site. That's why his is so much lower than the C one for Brackney. MW Cole had just started. That's why theirs is so low, and I'll get to it secondly. But he's basically been moving stuff on site and storing materials. They haven't done a lot of work on the treatment plants yet. But they have some delays too in getting the materials. But we knew that going in, so we had to adjust that for him. Number 17, SRF request number 17 is to MW Cole Construction for the water storage tank work. And like I said, they haven't done much yet, so their total amount of this invoice is only $20,000. And the retainage amount's $1,000, and the amount we will pay to them is $19,000. Now they have started, so their next request will be substantially larger than this. And on that, the tanks, I'll talk about that at the end. And then SRF request number 18 for Brackney, the water main replacements. The total amount of this invoice was $538,045.95. The retainage amount is $26,902.30, and then the amount paid to the SRF, which will be rounded, will be $511,144 to Brackney.
On this one here, I know they're working in Sunrise right now.
Correct. They're in Sunrise. They've done Hillcrest. They're still doing some service work, I think, in Hillcrest, and maybe one or two more items along East Street. But they've gotten probably maybe less than halfway through Sunrise.
I know they're going to come across some fairways up there. I know Roger wants to keep the course.
Well, they should be able to. They have to bore that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Now they will still have machinery on site, because even when you bore, you've got to have, it's got to go underground, it's got to come up, and then it's got to go underground again. If you've ever seen anybody bore.
Yes.
Yeah, they'll have to have machinery on site, but it shouldn't be disruptive.
Do you have a schedule of when that will occur?
Not yet, not for that boring.
Can we coordinate that so that we get an advance notice so that we can, make sure we're doing everything we can for safe play as well as keeping the course open?
Yeah, and it's kind of in a dead area, fortunately, where they're going through, because there's a creek through there, and
It's on 18 and 15, I think it was. But Brandon has some concerns, and Roger, of course, wants to stay open, because we do need the revenue.
right, I see no reason for them to have to close.
Okay.
And I mean, ideally, I guess I can get with Roger and Brandon and
Would
see
you do that?
if they would rather us go through in the morning or the afternoon. I'm gonna say the morning would probably be best.
Oh, you think it's
If
going
you do it on a Monday morning, that would be even
perfect?
perfect
Closed
because it's already closed
Okay.
for maintenance.
We have a meeting today actually to discuss
Okay.
some of this, so I will. Let Let me put a note there.
They're closed for maintenance anyway till, I think, 11:30 on Mondays. So I figured you're,
Well, now just keep in mind, they may not get it done in one morning.
no, I understand that.
Okay,
But it'd be a good,
okay.
be a good start.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and the weekend, they usually don't work weekends because they have to pay our inspector extra if they do that.
They wouldn't have to worry about me because I'd be working mainly in the fairway, but the hard hat probably would be necessary. So,
They won't be in the
They're in
rough
the
much,
fairway, okay.
Carl.
all right, thank you.
Okay, and then the last one, SRF request number 19, it looks like I've got an error on my paper there that says 15, it should be 19. I don't know if yours says 19, but, there's three invoices, from Commonwealth, for the water project. One of them is $20,168.05. The second one is $20,821.84. And the third one is for $798.92, and they're for various items, which I lay out on there. I won't go through all of that. But basically, the total of those invoices are $41,788.81, and the amount of the SRF disbursement will be $41,789. And then we'll need to approve those four invoices, and then I'll talk about the water tower some.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we approve the 4 SRF disbursement requests, 16 through 19, as presented by Brian Jackson.
I'll second that motion.
Comments or questions? Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you. Thanks, Brian.
The question I was gonna ask, which is for you and them both, is, they've reached out and we're gonna meet this afternoon. The water tank color, which, it's white, and pretty much we're probably gonna leave them white, and, they'll paint Madison on there. They're looking at the symbol you gave them for the one there. Are we talking about that on one side?
Just the north
Put
side.
like Madison on the south side and the symbol on the north side
Yes.
okay, because we're gonna get the details, and they're working on getting a price for that.
Okay,
So, other than that, the rest of them will just be painted white with Madison written on them.
correct. I mean, that's okay with me, unless you guys, unless Carl wants his picture on one.
I do.
Yeah, but, other
Be
than,
awesome.
other than that, that's
So Carl's picture on one and Dave's on the other.
that's all I
Dave
have.
on the backside.
Yeah. Anything else, Brian?
Nope, that's it.
Perfect,
Thank
thank
you.
you. All right, moving on. We have, I guess we'll turn it over to for the resolutions, Joe.
The first one is a resolution of Board of Public Works and Safety of the City of Madison, Indiana, directing street closing for River Roots Revival. Whereas
Please. Use your mic, thank you. That's okay.
Whereas there's been a request filed by Pamela Brown on behalf of the Kindred Folk Society for a street closing for said group in connection with the River Roots Revival to be held Saturday, June 3rd, 2023. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Public Works and Safety of the City of Madison, Indiana, that Mulberry Street between Main Street and Third Street shall be closed from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Saturday, June 3rd, 2023. Be it further resolved by the Board of Public Works and Safety of the City of Madison, Indiana, that said street as closed shall be under supervision and control of the Kindred Folk Society at the times noted above for the year 2023.
Good morning. How are y'all? Thanks for being here and bringing this back to the community. Did we have this last year, or was it the year before when we did this on Mulberry?
We've never done anything on
You never-
Mulberry.
It was a different event. Okay, same footprint, and I mean, that's why I was asking, because it seemed, when I saw the event plan, it looked very similar to what was there a few years ago, not last year, but a couple of years ago.
This used to be down at Fireman's Park in that area, correct?
Bicentennial.
Yeah, Bicentennial, okay, then he did some camping over in the,
Yep.
okay.
No camping this time, right? Carl's got a steel trap memory there.
That's right.
Anything unique about this that you want to mention? I think you already did the event plan, which Hannah has. And the only question that I had, your stage is going to be on the south side of Mulberry at the intersection of Main. What were the plans, I guess, right there at that? Are we doing concrete barricades there? Do you know what the request is?
I don't think we're doing the concrete. We were gonna do the plastic orange orange barricades across the sidewalk is what's our plan, and then the bicycle barriers if needed per our meeting with the fire, state inspector for the stage.
Okay, okay,
On the back side of the stage, there'll be probably a tent, like a welcome and, what do we call it?
Operations center.
okay. Op center, good.
It'll be, really obvious there's something going on there.
Yeah. How much attendance do you expect? Any idea?
No, I mean, I think we put like 500, but I mean, it could be.
Yeah.
it could be
How many
more.
bands will be there performing throughout the course of the day?
I think 6.
Yeah, 6, but there'll be music inside Red Bicycle Hall and then outdoors as well. It's
Oh.
a free event, so the
Great.
outdoor portion.
Yeah.
We plan to have some food and vendors and try to make it the vibe that River Youths used to have.
Mhm.
Bring back some of the same feels so people enjoy themselves.
I like it. Board, do you have any questions for
I'm wondering if you shouldn't have
Pam and
maybe
Jane?
some of the nice barricades that prevent any vehicles from turning right there on Mulberry.
You're talking about maybe, that's why I was at the
Yeah, the
concrete
concrete,
one,
uh-huh.
so to give it a harder
Yeah.
barrier. You'll have a stage there at that end there as well, right? So it is,
Yeah.
that's also gonna be a barrier up into,
We may have
Mulberry.
we also might have the M3 trailer parked there too,
Okay.
where you're using their stage. So, and it's big. We were just planning to use those, something
Yeah.
like plastic sawhorse things.
Just people come down that street and automatically they turn, get on Mulberry or something, all of a sudden they can't. I don't know.
I mean, we're not opposed to it.
yeah.
Yeah, right there at Main Street.
At Main and
Yeah.
Third.
Main Street's gonna be blocked off at Central and Vine Street. Correct.
No.
No,
Mulberry.
you're on a different, you're on a different
Mulberry.
resolution.
Mulberry, yeah. How far back from Main Street will your stage be, I guess is,
Probably 15, 20 feet.
okay, so
whatever we
not
need.
much then. So it should be real visible then from Main
It'll be very
Street.
visible.
That's how we
Okay.
imagined it.
Okay,
And then we'll have, one of our sponsors is gonna bring a car down to block the other street, but
okay.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to the concrete things, but then I don't know how difficult that is for the city workers to drop them off and then move them again
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
We'll coordinate that with, streets and fire safety. It's a great, I mean, that portion of downtown is a great venue for music, and then also the connectivity with, Red Bicycle for indoor and outdoor performances will both be good. On the restrooms that are out there, when will those be picked up? Cause this is a Saturday, do you think they'll get to them on Sunday, or will they stay there all weekend?
the folks that we talked to said they could get them Saturday night.
Oh, Saturday
before
night,
midnight.
okay,
Okay, good.
So we said between 9 and midnight.
perfect.
Okay.
I think it's great. I'll make a motion that we approve resolution 15B 2023 for the River Roots Revival.
I'll second the mayor's motion.
I've got a,
Another question?
just got a
Yep.
request.
Yep.
Before we approve this. I just request that you notify the residents and businesses on that section of street beforehand, so
As part of the event plan.
they're aware, yeah.
Yep. We have a, as part of the event plan, and,
We'll probably do that ASAP.
yep. Any other comments or questions? Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Is there gonna be some, live performance from you there, Jane?
No.
Pam? No?
Probably
Oh,
just
some
be
Eric,
running
there better
around.
be- is there gonna be some Eric Bruner? I hope
No,
there is.
He'll be there though.
Darn it, okay.
Thank you, guys.
It's great music, so thank you guys for doing that.
Yep.
Appreciate it. See ya.
The next resolution is resolution number 16B 2023, a resolution of the Board of Public Works and Safety of the City of Madison, Indiana, regarding a street closing for the annual Madison Regatta Water Ball Fight. Whereas there's been a request filed by Kim Washer on behalf of the Madison Regatta Inc. for street closings for said group in connection with the Madison Regatta Water Ball Fight to be held on Tuesday, June 27, 2023. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Public Works and Safety of the City of Madison, Indiana, that the following streets shall be closed from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Tuesday, June 27th, 2023. Main Street between Central Avenue and Vine Street, and Broadway Street between Second Street and Third Street. Now, be it further resolved by the Board of Public Works and Safety of the City of Madison, Indiana, that said streets as closed are in the supervision and control of the Madison Regatta Inc. at the times noted above for the year 2023.
Welcome back.
Good morning.
This location turned out pretty good last year, I thought.
It
Don't
did.
you?
I do have a correction on that. On the Main Street closure, it will be from Poplar to Elm.
From,
Be shorter.
okay, Poplar to Elm, okay, good.
And you're saying Broadway will be closed from Second Street north all the way to Third Street?
Yes. We'll probably, put some barricades there at Second, but actually won't close it, you know, the little turning
Oh, turn around
thing.
and all
Yeah,
that, okay.
we closed it just below that last year.
Because there's a lot of parking there,
Yeah.
south of that alley you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah, okay. I make a motion, we approve resolution 16B-2023.
I'll second Carl's motion.
Are we gonna include a wager between the threes and the fours while we're here?
Neither one of us won last year, so we got, we don't have much bragging rights here.
That's right, Madison Town,
So
was it
we'll
Madison
both try.
Township?
Township.
Madison Township, I think, last year. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. Any discussion, any comments or questions? Don't give up, guys, all right?
That's right.
Give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give us
I'm
your
not,
nozzle.
I'm not coming out of retirement.
Any comments or questions from the audience? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thanks. And we have your event plan from last year on file.
Yes.
Hannah's gonna go through it. If she has any questions, we'll reach out to you, Kim.
I requested copies, but I hadn't received anything
Gotcha.
yet, so.
Appreciate it. Thank
All right,
you.
thanks.
Look
Thank you.
forward to it.
Have a good day.
Looks like we have one more street closure request for Vintage Thunder. Is Mike Fine here today? No?
Table.
Can we table it till,
Since
Or you
Mike's
wanna go
not
ahead and do it?
here,
not off the table? All right, we'll pick this one up next meeting. Be fine. Yep, we'll let Mike know to come. And Nicole for Pace.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Starting with two extension requests for you. The first is 107 East 5th Street. Dave Patterson is requesting an additional 3-month extension. That would make his new deadline July 13th, 2023. All he has left is the half-round gutters. He's having some difficulties finding a contractor to install them, but he believes the 3 months will get his gutters installed and paperwork completed.
This is another block that is transforming. I'll make a motion that we approve the Pace extension for Dave Patterson as presented.
second the mayor's motion.
Any discussion? Comments or questions? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you.
The second extension is for Matt Finley for 615 Mulberry Street. He's asking for an additional 4 months to complete this dilapidated structure grant. His new deadline would be August 10th, 2023. He is also running into some contractor issues, but believes that the work can be done in the next 4 months.
Beautiful property right next to the one that Dr. Kaler did as well. I'll make a motion, we approve the extension as requested from Matt Finley at 615 Mulberry.
Second.
Any discussion? Comments or questions? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thanks. Beautiful.
Two midpoints for you. I'm gonna start with 526 Walnut Street. This dilapidated structure is being worked on by Madison Unlimited LLC. You can see these are in progress pictures. They've completely stabilized the building, removed the floor joists, replaced those, and are working on finishing the exterior as well as, the interior. But they've completed over half of their PACE grant and are asking for the half disbursement of $12,500.
Can we do both midpoints at once?
That looks great.
Yeah.
The second midpoint is 768 West Third Street. Stu Heisey has completed over half of this PACE grant, including the removal of vinyl siding, the purchase of new LP smart siding, and installation of new windows. He's asking for the half disbursement of $3,750.
I make a motion, we approve both the midpoints for 26 Walnut and 768 West Third.
I'll second that and appreciate all the work they're doing, especially both of them, but the dilapidated one on Walnut Street is very transformative, and had it not been for their investment, that property probably would have been had another destiny in store for it. Any comments, questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. And we have a PACE final.
Yes, two finals for you. The first is from Marcus Chad Gray for 124 East Street. This dilapidated structure he partially demolished and rebuilt. You can see the kind of befores there. Unfortunately, a tree in the front doesn't show all the damage. But he's rebuilt a new structure with all the historic board approvals needed and has been completed according to his PACE grant. He's asking for the final half of his funding to be dispersed, which would be $12,500.
One looks like a true shotgun. I mean, it looks great. Front porch there. That block also is pretty, is starting to really transform with a new investment on East Street. Appreciate the Grays for all the investment they're making.
And the last
Yep.
final I have for you is Melissa Lee Miller on this property at 315 East 4th Street. Another dilapidated building that may have not shown as much from the outside as the inside, but they had to completely tear off the back half of the building and rebuild it.
Yep.
She was supposed to have completed the painting this weekend, but that I checked this morning and was not done. I'm going to ask for approval of the $12,500 contingent on her finishing the painting before release of check.
Great. Wow, another dilapidated property saved through the PACE program. It looks, and appreciate their investment in this property too.
Make a motion, we approve the PACE finals for 124 East and 315 East 4th with your contingent plan for the thing
Okay.
to be complete.
I'll second Carl's motion.
Any discussion, comments, or questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nicole. Wow. Worked through the agenda pretty fast. Under mayor's comments, not a whole lot to add. I just want to brief you on a couple of things. More information will be released about this shortly, but the city of Madison was awarded $650,000, which will be a 50% match toward a $1.4 million new road spring paving projects that we've applied for with NDOT. So information about all of that will come out soon. And do want to also mention that tomorrow night we'll be introducing to City Council the first reading of the repeal and replace of our streets and sidewalk ordinance, as we've talked about here. And what will be presented before the Board of Public Works will be the procedures for excavation. Right now we have a tremendous amount of street damage being incurred because of excavation for underground utility work, and the ordinance that governs that hasn't been updated since the 1960s. So we're bringing a fresh look and procedures toward that, and essentially re-educating our contractor community on the permitting process. So essentially any work that's being done in a city right of way does already require a permit. We're updating that as well as the procedures for the backfill once underground utility work is being done. So there'll be two steps to this. Tomorrow night will be the beginning for the ordinance part of it, and then the Board of Public Works over the course of the next couple of weeks will start looking and discussing the procedures for the backfill of whether or not it's happening, for a driveway or utility work or anything that's occurring in a city right of way. So this will, we think, put some structure, build some structure into this process with our contractors, but will also save us hundreds of thousands of dollars from damage that can occur when our streets and sidewalks are excavated and not correctly repaired. That's another thing. And then I do also want to mention too, there was an announcement that went out last week about this. Madison Police Department will be increasing traffic enforcement in school zones from April 17th, which is today, to April, or yesterday, or today, through April the 30th. And the purpose of that is to ensure the safety of the students, the teachers, the parents during the busy morning and afternoon traffic. So I'm glad, Jeremy, thank you guys for doing that. Traffic safety is extremely important, and we are just encouraging all the residents across the community to drive carefully, everywhere, but particularly when you're in the school zones, or they will be watching. Right, Jeremy? Board, that's all I have for remarks this morning. Anything you guys want to add?
I have noticed the increase in traffic, of course, on Michigan Road. It's go through the four-way stops. It's kind of hard to get in now, especially in the afternoon when school's away. Now the traffic jam from Michigan Road.
With you're talking about because of Hanging Rock Hill being closed.
Yep.
We're hopeful that the Hanging Rock Hill closure will actually go maybe until late July, early August, instead of the end of October, as they had announced. They did start earlier. Hopefully that's a good sign that they'll be able to complete their work sooner.
That would be good.
Anything else? I'd like to open up for public comment. Anybody here would like to address the Board of Public Works and Safety, please come to the podium now and state your name and address and what your remarks are. Our next meeting is going to be Monday, May the 1st, same time.
I make a motion we adjourn.
Second that motion?
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you, everybody, for being here.